this for the Memorial Day
Flip my
weekend.
page. We're ready. Got it.
What did you do? Anything exciting over the holiday
We
weekend?
did. We memorialized.
Ooh,
It was Rebecca's 25th birthday. So we just went to dinner. Went to our favorite new little place.
sounds Italian.
Il Forna. I don't know. It was fucking awesome. That's it. It is Italian with pizza and
Nice.
pasta and wine.
Well,
And
I had Tom's 60th birthday
shoved food in her
celebration,
face and went home. Yeah.
and we
Party
went
girl.
out to the desert to meet my mom and spent the
Oh, that's
weekend with her. He
right.
did golf by himself with his cousin. We ate a lot, and yeah, just kind of chilled. And the drive's not bad.
Oh, he probably loved
So
it.
that was okay, but 4.5. However, I will say
What's it, 5
that
hours?
crossing the border in and out of California, the 10 freeway is one lane. One lane. And I drove out there Saturday afternoon,
Oh,
so I didn't
yeah.
hit all
Yikes.
of the
Yeah.
holiday traffic. So it wasn't bad getting through there. And it's construction is what's happening. But coming back, I hit a little bit of it, but it was way worse coming into California than leaving California. So it
Yeah.
wasn't bad.
Oof.
But yeah. So it was
Well, it's
good.
because everyone
You
was
know,
at the river.
good weather, good
Everyone was at the
good
river in
visit,
Havasu.
good food, good golf. So that was it. So yeah. All right. So we're back. And what are you
That's
sharing
it.
with
I
me
love to
today?
shovel food in my face. I have 2 things I would like to share. So today, the annual VW bus car
Would
shenanigan
we call it a
deal is
shindig?
happening in Huntington Beach on the pier, where they take classic VW bugs. They're super cool. There's so many. There's like 200 of them. It's a shindig. Shindy. It's a shindy. It's a VW shindig. But they put them all on the actual pier, which is kind of cool, but also I started
Mm-hmm.
thinking, like, is that too much weight? Like, there's 70 cars now on the pier. Like, I gotta assume the structural integrity is going to withhold, but like also like, you got pylons and water can deter. Like, I don't know. I just start to get like, oh, but it's cool to see them. And then there's this one that's like purple and yellow, and it has like a little like mini electric car that it like
That's
tows
cute.
behind it for like little kids could drive it.
That's
It's
cool.
adorable. You go to hbcams.com and you can see them all lined up on the pier. It is. So my second thing that is just like, okay, so from here to here, I'm pretty short. I'm not very tall. I would call this petite. But from here to here, not so much. And one side is substantially bigger than the other side. But can I get more just plain sports bras with adjustable straps? Because if I get one to fit here, it's not tight enough here. If I get one to fit here, one side's or this side poofs out and this side, it's just a simple, basic, plain, I don't need super thick, it's just a little adjustable because one side is bigger than the other, and it's very difficult to find a basic standard sports bra, not high impact.
My problem
just
with
easy.
bras
Can't find them.
is
Can't find it anywhere. I
I'm
can't be the
short
only
in the
one
shoulder from the shoulder
with 2
to
different
the
size
boob. So
boobs.
even with adjustable straps, I can adjust it as tight as it'll go, and it's still too
Yes.
loose. So
Yes.
I've had to. I watched a YouTube's video that showed
Still.
me how to
Yes.
detach the
Yes.
strap and adjust it. You have to. It involves sewing, so I have my little tiny sewing machine. But I've had to
Okay.
do that with the straps so that
So,
they'll fit.
yeah.
Because as we age, the boobs are going south, and I need more lift. And so
Yeah.
I've figure
Yeah.
out how to do
Yeah.
that. But I can't buy a bra off the rack and it fits perfectly. Although I did recently get a no underwire, nice bra
No.
online that seems to fit. The other problem I have is if the straps are
Mm.
too like satiny, they slide real easily, and that's an issue. So they'll fit, but then over the course of the day, the strap slides because the elastic has that satiny kind of finish on it to look pretty, and it the
Yes.
doesn't hold the position. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you on all that.
It does. Yeah. I just feel like these are all very common problems in the world that
Yeah,
we can
can't make a bra that fits either one of
launch
us.
rockets, but we can't. You
Yeah.
can't. I mean, maybe there. I mean, I
Well,
certainly
and I
haven't tried
have the
every single
problem
one of them,
of,
so there may be one out there that's.
I'm
But
a substantially be-titted woman, so uh, I'm a busty gal, so it's hard for me to find something that fits right
you're a busty gal,
but has the right support. You know, I'm a busty short gal with short
right?
shoulders.
Because you're a
Oy.
busty short gal.
All right. Well, my caresy today is I have a few of
I'm
them.
short
Now,
shouldered too.
I
Yeah.
have been around the world and
Lululemon.
back on the product of mascara.
Oh, I love a few.
And I got to tell you, I've tried a lot of them over the years. And I keep
Oh,
coming back to good old pink and green Maybelline Great Lash. I just recently, tried some other ones
oh,
and I'm
yeah,
like, they're all
yep,
clumpy, they're
yeah.
goopy. I always come back to good old pink and green. So
I will say Benefit. Rebecca and I both use Benefit. She likes the roller lash, roll lash. I like Bad
exactly.
Gal, I think it's called. I don't know. However, they are $35. However,
Yeah.
however, on Black Friday, they're 50% off. So I buy 5 of them and it lasts us the year. So, and then usually
Yeah.
Amazon Prime Day, middle of July, if I'm running
See,
low and I got to
I
wait till
refuse
I
to
buy
pay
they're
more than
half off.
$10 for a
They're
thing of
half off
mascara.
regularly. So,
It's just too much. It's too much. But I mean, it's like, you know.
I mean,
So
15
anyways,
for a really good one.
also,
Okay,
I
that's
played
fair.
bingo yesterday at the American Legion post behind my house, which I haven't played in a while. And I was yard sailing recently and I found the cutest little
Ooh.
bingo bag. And, it holds all your little daubers. It had all the daubers in it, brand new. And then you can put your wallet, your keys, whatever in there, your little snacks, your water. So I noticed when I got it home, it has someone's name on it. Beth. I am now Bingo Beth. And I thought, is Beth dead or is Beth in a home? What happened to
Bingo
Beth?
Beth.
Either way, I said, Beth, you're going to bring me bingo luck today. And by God, she did. I got there a little
Purse.
bit late. I missed the first game. And I sat down, and the first game I played, I won $80. Not bad. Thanks, Beth. Thanks for sending me your bingo spirit. Yep. Yep.
Bingo
And my
Beth's spirit
final
lives on. I love
Kersey
that. It's
is
awesome.
I don't understand why people say, hey, are you ready for summer? Oh, I'm always ready for summer. Summer can't get here fast enough. And, it's summer. What are we getting ready for? It's summer. Just go outside. I can understand getting ready for school. Oh, I can't believe school's already here. We got to do shopping, this, that, and the other. Oh, winter's coming. I've got to get, my winter stuff, tires on the car. I got to get my clothes out, whatever. Summer? I think we should always be ready for summer. It's just, it could happen anytime.
I mean, perhaps are you ready for summer implying, right? Like, so when my kids were small, school aged, and you get ready for summer, it's like, what are you going to do with them all summer? Like, you got to sign them up for stuff. In other parts of the world, there's a shift in attire. You got to
Yeah,
put the winter
it
stuff
could
away
be.
and get the summer stuff
I don't
out.
know.
Maybe that's what
Mentally, I
people
think I'm
mean.
just
I
always
don't know.
I'm always prepared for summer. Mentally, I'm just there,
I'm not ready for
ready.
anything
Boom,
ever.
let's go. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's party time.
it's vacation time.
I just
You're not going to like this, but the reason you were a tomboy was because you learned early on that femininity came with disrespect. You're not going to like this, but the
Okay, this is part 2 of my son's undiagnosed medical condition. If you watch part 1, thank you so much for sticking in. If you could please engage with this video so that we can get it out there and hopefully somebody somewhere maybe has some advice past what we've already done. So where it left off is we just saw his
okay. I'm back.
All right, you're back.
I got lost there.
That's all right. We'll just delete it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm ready for summer all the time.
Yep. I don't know what I have to do to get ready for it. I live in a place where it's basically 70 degrees 24 like all year round. Occasionally we get a little fluctuation, but I'm always ready.
Good deal. All right, so today, since we've got Father's Day coming up in a few weeks, we're going to talk about our favorite TV dads. Dads we grew up with, dads that we can't forget.
Now,
I would say that my number one TV dad has got to be Pa Ingalls from Little House on the Prairie. Now, they are in the process of doing a reboot, I've been informed, of the Little House on the Prairie, and I don't know how I feel about that. I didn't recognize
For real?
the actors who will be starring in it. I just kind of took a brief look, but I'll watch it. But I don't know. I don't know how it's going to stand up to the original. The original was
yeah, look
untouchable.
premieres on July 9th.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, I've never heard of these people. Huh.
Yeah.
That is,
So that ought to be
Okay.
interesting. That ought to be interesting.
That should be. Yeah, so the first, when somebody says TV dads, pops into my mind the first two things, right? It goes straight first, Pa Ingalls. First. Second, Al Bundy. And you couldn't have two
More polar opposites.
two more polar opposites. There's I want to say it's like a Netflix documentary. I don't know if it's like Netflix or Prime. I think Netflix, but it's just like a kind of like a the TV in the 80s in general. And it talks about how, right, you had three networks for so long, ABC, CBS, NBC, and then Fox kind of tried to start sneaking in as the fourth
Yep.
network, and how they kind of went edgy, and like Married with Children was like really the first big edgy, which
Yeah.
is so crazy to
Loved
call
that
it
show.
edgy. So funny. And then ABC's counter to edgy was Roseanne's TV show, which also is a great TV dad, Dan Connors.
Dan Connor. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the again. I have to. I don't know. Al Bundy was such a classic character, and then when he transitioned into that the actor transitioned to Modern Family as I
Yeah.
don't remember his name, but God, he's funny.
Ed O'Neill.
He's great. Ed
Yeah.
O'Neill, yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
I like him. I enjoy him.
Yeah. Also, along with Fox, you had Homer Simpson, The Simpsons. I
Yep.
used to call my dad Homer because he kind of looked like him, and he absolutely
bit, yeah.
hated that. Um, and along the animated line, you also had Peter Griffin, too, from Family Guy.
Yeah.
That's
I never
another
really watched-
funny
yeah.
one.
I never really watched Family Guy all that much, but yes, I'm familiar with it enough to.
Yeah. And I actually read, since we talked about Pa Ingalls, Michael Landon, I actually read the actress that played Nellie, Alison Arngrim.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Arngrim?
yeah.
She wrote a book. I read her book. She had a fascinating life. kind of got thrown into the whole acting thing and ended up in that role. And she said Michael Landon never wore underwear when he was filming. That's why he had those tight pants with no like underwear lines. And I just thought, oh God, I hope they clean those things because, they filmed out in the Malibu ranch and it's
Desert.
like
Ugh.
it was hot out there and I can't imagine. But yeah, he was a very heavy drinker apparently, and that's why, pancreatic cancer got him. But she said literally when they would film out there on the ranch, a truck would pull up and the back of the pickup truck would be filled with beer, cases of beer. And she's like,
That's
the
wild.
crew and the cast, the ones that were drinkers, they would just drink all day. And I'm thinking, well, God, I'd like to go back and kind of watch those episodes with that new information and see if you could tell when they're kind of hammered. So,
Well, with my cable TV, they do come up quite often. So
Yep.
I'm going to have to stop and kind of watch it with a new perspective.
do you have cable now? You finally ditched the antenna?
No, sorry. I mean, no, it's still the antenna. I didn't mean
Okay.
cable TV. I meant like, what's it called when you like
Streaming?
I don't know. No, it's the
Fire.
antenna. It's still there. Yeah.
Okay.
I did sign up and get YouTube TV for the month so I could watch all the hockey games. And it was good for, that, but there's
Yeah.
nothing. I usually just turn the TV on and let it run while I do other shit. So I don't really watch
Right.
anything.
Yeah, really, the only
Yeah.
time I watch TV is when I'm getting ready to go to bed. I fall asleep with the TV on and I'm out.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of really good 80s. Well, we can go back before
There
the
were
80s.
so many.
I mean, you have to mention the Brady Bunch, Mike Brady.
Yes, Mike
That was
Brady
your-
came up a lot in the top, 3 to 5.
Your essential TV dad there, Mike Brady.
Yes.
My parents were big Cosby fans. And, we were
Yeah.
fans of Cosby at the time. Now, unfortunately, things kind of went south there. But
Mr. Huxtable.
Mr. Huxtable, Bill
Mr.
Cosby, The
Huxtable.
Cosby Show. Yeah, Cliff Huxtable.
Now, one came up that I didn't like. I remembered. God, it was just such a great show. It was Good Times, and you had John Amos, who was J.J. Walker's dad on that show, and it was such a good show. I loved that show.
Right. Yeah. I heard a story about him. One of my shows I listened to was talking about Good Times, and he had left the show. They killed him off. They basically, the storyline was he got killed. I don't know. But he did not agree with the writers he thought that the show did not accurately portray, Black life in America. During that
100%
time
didn't.
period. So he was not, he left the show over creative differences with the writers. He thought that it should be, he thought the whole J.J. Walker Dynamite character was silly and, pointless. And it's like, that's what gave the show its comedic relief,
Right.
It was a serious show, but you had to lighten it up or it was too serious. So, but yeah, and to be honest, I liked the episodes better once he left the show because he was always just angry. He was just the
very
angry
angry.
dad. It was like, wow, dude. I mean,
Lot of
yeah,
angry
they
dad.
were constantly struggling and trying to make ends meet and stuff, but he just was pissed off all the time. Couldn't catch a break, pissed off all the time. So, yeah.
We can't
there-
also we can't
ahead.
forget about Archie Bunker.
Okay, we were talking about that just this morning. Now, back then, another show that my parents loved because it was
Yes.
their type of humor and, it was of the era. And at that age, you kind of laugh because you're told it's funny. You don't really get all the jokes. But trying to go back as an adult to watch that show, it doesn't do it for me.
It makes you flinch.
Not due to the cringiness of it, but I just never really found it all that funny. And even as an adult, I'm like, this isn't funny. So, but yeah, but
terrible.
it's a classic. It's a classic. And like I said, my parents liked it. It was of their era, of their time. They could identify with the humor. So, yeah. The 80s gave us also Tim the Toolman Taylor
Yep.
from Home
Got that
Improvement.
one. That was fun.
It gave us Danny Tanner from Full House.
Yep, I got that one.
And that leads us to, it also gave us Mr. Keaton from Family Ties.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that show.
That was a good show. It was funny. It was cute. It was very 80s. Now, do we want to talk about the single dad shows versus the single mom shows?
I mean, we can. Sure,
Because
why not? We can do whatever we want. There's no
can
rules
we?
here, Karen.
It's our show.
For all seven of you.
So, okay, back in the 60s, you had a few shows where you had a single parent. So
Yes.
family affair, those kids were actually raised by the uncle. There was no parent.
Yes.
Nanny and the Professor,
don't
and
remember
the
that one.
Courtship of Eddie's Father. You had
Yep.
single dads.
Oh, I love that show.
And then as we got into the 80s, I mentioned Full House. He was a single dad. And the single dad shows, I've noticed, they all had help. They had a housekeeper, a nanny, other family members living with them. The single mom shows, like, think about One Day at a Time.
I was just going to say we have to honorable mention Schneider from One Day at a Time
Yes.
for being the father figure. I loved Schneider.
You had Kate and Allie. That was another
Yeah.
one. It was two single moms. With the exception of the Partridge Family, she had a little bit of help. She had Reuben,
Yeah.
Reuben Kincaid.
Another honorable mention. Reuben
And Who's
Kincaid.
the Boss? She had
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tony to help. But it's like the single dad shows, they all had help. The single mom shows, not a lot of them had. They were all stressed out. I'm a single mom. I'm working. I'm raising kids. Blah, blah, blah. The single dad shows are like, oh, we got this. We're good.
No
I
problem.
got the nanny.
Piece
I
of
got the
cake.
housekeeper. Piece of cake. It's kind of
That's
like,
why it's called fiction.
huh. A little disparity there. But the thing about Who's the Boss, now I thought of this. She was a high-powered whatever executive. She made, the dads all had the money too. She had the money. She wasn't stressed out about being a single mom. She was stressed out about being single, period. She was always like, I got to find a man. I got to find a man. I got to find a man.
I feel like that was just that was the time period. That was, right? Like it was like social suicide to be a single mom with kids. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, times sure have changed.
They certainly have.
So as we got into the 90s and the 2000s, that 70s show, I'd have to
Red
say
Foreman.
that Red Foreman
Another
was
one of my
so,
another one of my
so
favorites.
classic. Just the always pissed off. What did he always call him? Hey, dumbass.
Yeah, dumbass.
Kids were always dumbasses.
Yeah.
Loved him. Martin Crane from Frasier. Also a great dad character. And then I did love the from Seinfeld, Morty Seinfeld
Costanza.
and Frank Costanza.
Frank Costanza.
They were classic. And I love
So
that
funny.
they went with, actors that were like, we got this. We could play this character. They didn't just take
Piece
some
of
rando
cake.
and say, oh, you're going to play Jerry's dad. Like, no, we're going to get like, a known
get a good
actor
dad.
to just create this character. So gotta love Frank Costanza for that. Who else you got on your list?
Now there was a show. I don't know. I'm gonna say it was probably a '70s show, but I loved the Rockford Files. So you had Jim Rockford's dad, Joseph Rockford. I loved that show. It was so good, and in the way we can't forget about Howard Cunningham.
Oh yeah, Mr. C.
Mr. C. Like,
Mr.
classic
C.
dad. Mr.
Yeah.
C
Oh,
was
and
everybody's dad.
well, also you had Frank DeFazio, Laverne's dad,
I was gonna say
at the Pizza
Laverne
Bowl.
Shirley. Yeah,
he was a single dad also.
single dad struggling to make his pizza.
Yeah, make his pizza. And God, I just had a thought and then it escaped me when you said
Philip Drummond.
Philip Drummond. Yes, another single dad, but he had a housekeeper.
He had generational wealth, I believe. Another
he did.
wealthy dad. We got
Another
Philip
wealthy
Banks,
dad.
right? Another Philip Banks, another wealthy dad.
Was that Fresh
Rich
Prince?
dads.
Yeah.
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
Fred Sanford. Another single dad.
Another single dad with Lamont.
Oh, that show was so funny.
Oh, I remember
So
what my thought
funny.
was. So the Rockford Files, I put that in the category of those were shows that my brothers watched that I
Okay.
had no interest in. So the Rockford Files, Hogan's Heroes, F Troop, MASH, Star Trek, those were all their shows. You know, it's like I would go do something else, and
There was a
I would
like
catch
a whole like
pieces and bits, but
yeah.
I really didn't have much interest.
It was like Rockford Files, Emergency, some other detective,
Adam 12.
Marcus Welby, Adam 12. Who's the
Yeah.
other doc? There was another doctor.
Dr. Kildare.
Yeah, all the
Quincy, I did like Quincy.
Quincy, love Quincy MD. Yeah,
Because you had a nice. Why is the medical examiner solving mysteries? That's not his job. Not his job.
And he's out like investigating them as
Yeah,
well.
it's like no.
Yes.
You're in the morgue in the lab. You don't go out.
I mean, times
on
were
a
tough,
stakeout.
lady. Oh, what was the
Columbo.
what's the other one? No. Fuck. I'll have to stop
Doctor
thinking
show?
about it.
Was
so
it a
comes
doctor
to me.
show?
No, it was a cop show. With the blonde-haired cop and the dark-haired, curly-haired cop.
Chips.
Nope. Chips was funny.
Magnum PI.
No. Cop show from the 70s.
Hunter. Remington
Hunter
Steele.
was terrible. Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and
Yep.
Hutch.
Yeah.
There's an episode in Starsky and Hutch where Hutch, he's the blonde one, he eats some like soup out of a can and it has botulism and he starts to get like botulism and delirious and whatever and they can't find him and they're all over. Like, I don't know why that episode is so ingrained in my core memory, but like it pops into my head way more frequently than it should.
Yeah, I don't remember that. That was another one of my brother's shows, Starsky and
Right.
Hutch. SWAT was another one. The
Oh,
A-Team.
SWAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of those.
MacGyver.
All of those.
The OG MacGyver.
MacGyver, that came later. I think they were already
Yeah.
gone and out of the house by MacGyver. What time MacGyver showed up? Greatest American Hero, that kind of stuff.
That show is so funny. Oh.
It's pretty funny. The White Shadow was another one that I couldn't stand.
The
that
White
they
Shadow.
watched.
Could we?
Yep.
I loved it. I loved it.
And I
How
played
about,
basketball and I didn't even like it.
The White Shadow, and you had what was Gabe Kaplan? What was that one?
Oh, Welcome Back, Kotter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Goofy stuff.
Now, we did try and watch that when streaming kind of first was starting. That popped up and we tried to watch it. It's not an easy watch at this age.
it does not.
It was funnier when we were
Does not
kids.
age well for
It
sure.
does not age well at all.
does not age
Does
well.
not age well. Nope. Yeah.
Could you imagine having a father like Tony Soprano, Walter White, or Frank Gallagher?
A criminal father, you mean?
I mean, potato, entrepreneurial, criminal. I don't know. Frank Gallagher
don't
may
know.
be one of the most classic characters of all time. Like, the stuff that he just like it's you just like you shake your head like, what do you like, you couldn't believe, which was part of why I liked it so much, is like anything that makes you go, what,
Yeah.
is perfect, right? I loved it.
Well, and a lot of those shows, like Breaking Bad, it just kept snowballing. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, you can stop all of this at any minute,
But you can't.
but you can't because now you've just snowballed it
You're in
into
too deep.
another mess, and now you're in too deep. Yep. Yeah. That's some crazy stuff. All right, what else you got for me? What other TV
about
dads
old-
did we miss?
Dr. Severs from Growing Pains.
Oh yeah, Growing Pains.
I can't remember what
That was
it
a
was.
cute show.
What was the show with Rick Schroeder? What, it wasn't Richie
Silver
Rich, but it was
Spoons.
basically the same. Silver Spoons, yeah, the dad.
And
in
another
that was,
single dad. So then,
Yep,
as we
another
got
single
into the
dad.
80s, it wasn't, oh, I'm a widower. It was, I'm divorced. Yeah.
It was
Or
acceptable
this is my
now,
baby
yeah.
daddy. Yeah. So, but back then, back in the Brady days, it's like, oh no, you had to be widowed. You couldn't be divorced. Something tragic had to happen to your spouse for you to be raising these children by yourself with a nanny that eventually you're going to hook up with. That was the other thing, is eventually they hooked up with the nanny. Nanny and the professor did it.
I mean, I don't think that's
who's the
changed
boss
over
did
the
it?
years.
It's like,
I think that's
Are you
still a
bringing
thing
a nanny?
that's.
yep. Yeah. It was just kind of crazy. Oy. What else? What else you got for me?
Gomez Adams.
Oh, yeah. Gomez and Fred Munster. We'll throw him in there, too.
Fred Munster, yeah, Fred Munster.
I mean, those kids were well fed, well cared for. They were weird, but,
Well,
that was the whole premise of the show, is here's the weirdo family.
I loved the character Thing. The hand.
So have you
that
watched
just-
Wednesday at all on Netflix? Have you
I
watched
have,
the Wednesday
yeah.
series?
Enjoy it.
It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I enjoy it.
I like
Yeah.
it. And Thing takes on a whole new
Yes.
life. Thing never left the box in the original
Never.
TV show. But Thing is a whole entity unto himself in the Wednesday series.
I do enjoy the Wednesday series.
Yeah. She's going to get too old for that, though. They've got to stop. I don't know if they're planning
Well, I
on
mean,
making another one, but
she can evolve.
she can, but, she's not a child anymore.
No.
I don't know how easily she can play a child. She's got to graduate from that creepy school at some point.
Well, but then she can go to another creepy. There's probably a
She could
creepy
go to
college.
Creepy college, yeah.
Yeah.
Creepy master's degree.
Sure.
Get a creepy career. Marry a
Doctorate.
creep.
Yeah. This could go on for decades.
Going forever. That's the problem with a lot of the shows, the sitcoms, is, when you have the cute kids grow up eventually. They grow up. And then
They
you
do
have to
indeed.
stop.
Well, you just like the Full House. You just bring in new cute kids.
Yeah,
Somebody
the kids
just has
start
to-
having
yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. You bring in the aunts and uncles and their kids. Now, I did enjoy the Goldbergs, and unfortunately, the actor who played the dad on that show got into a little trouble, and they killed him off. But I did enjoy that show. He'd come home and basically take his pants off first thing and just walk around in his underwear. I just thought, that's something my dad would do. Pants off, right at the front door. Done.
I think we got them all. Oh, what's was he actually a Sherman Helms in Moving On Up?
Yeah.
Was he
They
a dad?
had what was the son's name? Wasn't that
That
might have
show
been
was funny,
Lamont?
too.
Wait, Sanford and Son.
I don't know. We can
Was his son
Google it.
Lamont or was Lamont from the Jeffersons? I don't remember. They might have both been Lamont, but yeah, they had a son. You rarely saw him. It was kind of like Chuck on the Happy Days. It's like he was in like 2 episodes and then you went upstairs and you never saw him again. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about Chuck. Like, why even have that character?
I know.
Like,
Why? I don't know. I think that was
Yeah.
kind of like, well, we have to have, the writers decided that's what we needed, but then it was like, yeah, it was all about Richie. Joni didn't even
Yes.
really need to be there.
No, she was there a little bit. You got to have an annoying little sister, right?
This is true. That was us. Yeah, so I can't say what current TV dads, because I don't really watch any TV.
Let's see.
I don't watch
I don't
any current
either.
TV shows.
I don't.
So it's all about nostalgia.
Damon was Lionel Jefferson.
Damon,
Lionel
okay.
Jefferson. Yeah. Lamont must have been.
That was Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right, well, what you talking about, Willis?
Well, with our steady topic, I thought, like, what are some of the things we called, like, our dad, right? Like, I used to call my dad Yoj, or Pops, but I wasn't quite sure, like, I've heard the term zaddy, but, like, I wasn't quite sure, like, what it really meant. But apparently it's like an attractive, mature father that you, like, a
Zaddy?
dilf, I guess. A zaddy. Yeah, that's a zaddy.
Hmm.
It's a thing. I don't know where it came from or why, but zaddy is I guess dilf would be the closest.
Mm.
The salt and pepper, gray, distinguished looking
Older,
dad.
but still good looking.
Correct. And then of course, you get dad bod was a big. There was
Oh,
a
yeah, the
whole
dad bod.
dad bod campaign. Unk.
There's
Right? It's
a
not really a dad, but
there's a seltzer, a hard seltzer called Happy Dad.
yes, there is. There is
Yeah.
indeed. I've never had it. I don't really like hard
Myself neither.
seltzers.
We used to call my dad Homer because he looked like
Homer.
Homer. Yeah, Dad, Homer. And then it was Homer and Marge, my mom and dad. Um, but aside from that, we didn't really have any other names for him. What you're talking about, Willis, is I came across this. Have you heard of bear beating? Bear
like-
beating, not
like
like not like the animal
Okay,
bear, like
no, okay.
BARE, like bareback, bear beating.
Okay. Bear
Apparently, it's
beating.
a thing where you do not use headphones and you do not use speakerphone in public. So everyone can hear your music, everyone can hear your conversation. Apparently, we've gone full circle on that, and now people are doing it on purpose. I don't know if it's just because they want to be annoying or it's for some kind of tickety-tock type of thing, but I have always used speakerphone in public and rarely, if ever, use headphones, maybe at the gym, because when I'm outside walking, like walking the dog or taking a walk or whatever, I don't want headphones in. I want to be aware of my surroundings at all times. And I don't want anyone trying to sneak up on me because I'm wearing headphones. Or like I want to be able to just hear what's going on. So I used to walk in one of the campgrounds where we lived when it was empty. It's a huge campground with all these different, just like roads that just circled around. So I'd just take the dog and just go for a walk, and I'd have my phone on, speaker, listening to probably true crime. And there's no one around. No one around. However, on maybe one or two occasions, I came across a girl that was doing yoga out there. Thought she was by herself in the campground. And here I am I come walking through, full blast true crime going on. And I got the dirtiest look from her. I got the dirtiest look from her.
She's be all in her zen moment.
Exactly. Well, maybe she's disturbing my true crime moment with her yoga.
Maybe.
But, I walked past and just waved and kept going and just got an onion face from her. But, yeah, I mean, there's been plenty of times I'm in the supermarket and somebody calls me and I'm on speakerphone. I find a place where I'm not surrounded by people and I turn it down, but it's like,
I usually will just keep one if I'm out listening to like on a hike or a walk or whatever. I just keep one headphone in so I can still hear my stuff, but and like speakerphone's fine, but like I don't want to hold the phone. So I have the phone in the pocket, and the one headphone in. Also, I feel like for me personally, with the speakerphone on, that invites people to have a conversation with me. Oh, what are you listening to? Oh, that's rude. You shouldn't do that. Oh, I don't want to engage. So I would like to keep it all to myself. So I just keep one in, unless I'm on if I'm in a place where like if I go down to Crystal Cove where there's 500 different like trails, if I know the one I'm on is going to be pretty desolate, I might put both of them in. Usually it's just one, and that way I can hear people coming and going. And got a big problem with the rattlesnakes right now. They're coming out all over the place. Seeing a lot of rattlesnake videos. Yeah,
well, stay on the trail. Stay on the trail.
The rattlesnakes are on the trail. That is for sure.
But I mean, like as opposed to, bushwhacking.
Yeah, I don't go on an adventure. I've done that before, and then I get lost, and then I got to go back, and then my 1 hour hike turns into a 3 hour hike, and I did that when
I had shit to do today.
Well, I usually don't have shit to do, but like when I went to go see the Hollywood sign, I went up, and then I was kind of going like the back way down, and then I'm like, wait, this is going to take me like not near my car. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll cut across, and then as I'm cutting across, I'm in like no trespassing. It's all fenced off, and I'm like, well, I'm not going up and around. Like I've already committed. I'm going through, and then now I'm like basically in a no trespassing like fenced in area, but then it goes to like backyards, and I'm like, okay, I can't like go walk through somebody's backyard. And then I found like a little path to get. I don't know. I could have gotten arrested, which would have been great because they could have taken me to my car.
Yeah.
That was a 45-minute hike that turned into an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of an adventure.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah. No, when we used to mountain bike a lot, you would see the snake trails across the trails. But, they're more scared of you than you are of them. And generally, they can feel you coming before you even see them. And they like to get out of the way. So it's when people think, a snake, let's go grab it. No, don't do that. Don't grab the snake.
Just go past it. Just
go past it. They're just, they're not only going to
go past
bite you if you mess with them.
Let it slither on the side and then make a little wide.
Yeah.
Just go around.
Leave it alone. Yep. Don't engage.
Nope. Well, I don't want to get stung or bit by anything.
No.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I did see something interesting. Speaking of stung or bit, it was a Instagram where you slide the little pages, and it was distinguishing between different terms, and one of them was the difference between poisonous and venomous.
Oh.
Something is poisonous if you're eating it. Something is venomous if it bites you.
Okay.
Yes. So snakes aren't poisonous, they're venomous.
They're venomous. Okay. Well.
Yeah. Eating soap isn't venomous, it's poisonous. So, don't eat soap.
Don't eat soap.
Anyway, that's all I got for today.
That's all I got.
And let's give a shout out to our 5 listeners.
Yes, thank you.
5
listeners.
Our followers.
And for the person on Apple that didn't like it, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, it's not for everybody. Our 1 review on Apple Podcasts. Yeah, no, we're not professionals at this, so we don't claim to be, and we do not have professional equipment.
Nope.
So
It's basically you listening to our 1 hour catch up
yeah,
a week.
yeah,
That's it. We're
that's
just,
it.
That's it.
And if you don't like it, you don't have to
That's
listen.
okay.
But thanks for listening. Thanks for giving it a shot. But it's just mainly for us and our 10 friends. And maybe a handful of other Gen Xers.
And
And
occasionally,
occasional menopausal woman
yeah.
who might stumble across us. Yeah. But that's all I got. So
Well,
shout out to our dads.
Yes.
Neither of our dads are with us.
R.I.P. Yeah.
And but happy Father's Day out there to all the dads. You don't have to be biological to be a dad.
You don't.
So
You don't.
yeah, it's just being
All
there.
right.
Okay, well,
Well, enjoy.
peace out.
Peace out.